Yabemo bibi akwa ba de smart Ghana update so we news update for kra na de ba beso mu abusia President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo na appointment ya odi ama Kano for Riata ide e kamia kwa ese empanifo bebre ebonyo so na the latest person ono so complain na kamia kwa ese wabobo na adwen e de a chair president e Omanhene Kwabena Asante a chese wo kire mu a sa appointment we na President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo de ma no e ade ese e yakosi kɔ na ogina nkwantia ebi anka wose wasake no ko expect sen ko apam no kra ba sa obesa man financial appointment bi de na o kire mu a enwoma pa e koso wo ho no ma esese itimi busa questions abusua yakwa akotie no ni etoso mienu nso a odi tudwa Dr. Bawumia a o promise 50 ministers so oba abusua Omanhene Kwabena Asante kire mu a sesei no omo nkwa ne tese afrasa eni biem se obeka ne opa bia ne agya ma okọ sesei no wose gidie ben pa eni enya no Dr. Bawumia no no de wose nkobenya kra enkase se Dr. Bawumia to be fair no ko be Ghana fo achew ene NDC fo nyina achew esanse ne questions bi o sete edema emisa ata nyame emfa ne kransie ye wanya ne ba bi ko no wose satam na o sete sa questions no edema papa no no ye president ana wose wonya isa asem na wo ka se ono wonka government no ne ade no wose wo ye part of the government inti bi bia ne hono ma e kire se obetima aka se wono anya ade se wonka government no ho wose nyoma papa ba de a na Dr. Bawumia hehwere gina se ono ene de bae ba bibia anko ye di a wose wonim ho hwe na emom o make submissions na yamfa abusia members make asache bebese ebeko ne ti Omanhene Kwabena Asante
Nanado's reshuffle. And by the way, His Excellency the President of the land, Mr. No, they are
Adom.
No one to you.
Adom.
And you don't tease it, Dogobino, Abekra.
Why a day? So, on card the crowd, why?
Now, Quasiquano is not going to reshuffle Benway.
Oh, and then I walk.
No, we know some say, oh, and then I make her. And I mean, the crowd, no, say, oh, they were not okay. That's why I want green letter as I might reckon over at that.
Yeah, can over at the end, okay. No one new position. You see, or a special advisor to the president on economy, and or international envoy, capital markets, international capital markets.
The president should be measured and should give us a certain level of, yeah. You know, there's a restraint on some of us now. Yeah.
Then our appointment.
Oh, Bibiana Obi. Oh, yeah, uncle, no, yeah, uncle. So because no Bibiana, why ya Jenny. A Sabia ye Trebiano. That's why we cut generations yet unborn. They'll come to accuse us, especially Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. Our president.
Now, sir, any first time a president be for special advisor.
Oh,
already no or advisor on me.
I even have a challenge with ministers of state, ministers of state, ministers of state. I even have a challenge, but I am not the president.
But you know something the Omua air pray for 2024 no. Omunhene who sa challenge it no Omunhene promise Mahama promises 60 Bawumia promises 50, which is a huge drop from numbers.
Of course we are going to subject. You can't just come and Dr. Bawumia should listen. Obi
Omanhene
Dr. Bawumia, you are part of the government too.
Sure.
And I think it would be fair for him to even apologize to the NDC in a way, and I'll come back to the NDC.
I didn't hear.
Time I know we say Mr. Atta 17 questions.
170.
170 questions. No, Mr. Atta our president.
Almost where we send the questions so.
Or to you know the pasty one. Moses Gwaji in Abano. And or the buy or the farm on the airport. Please, they shouldn't do that. This is what we lack in this business. If you have come to the point of realizing that if you are a vice president, that is the norm. You cannot
do much.
What is wrong with that? But if you want to ignore, as you say, BBNC, you better out say. But if you do me, I do you. I'm waiting. But the NDC knows, say, as a vice president, focal.
Yeah.
As a vice president, and Agyapong now vice president I said ne president no one catch or say me Nana Adom Akufo-Addo na me mama o amisata kwa le jame for the what they about my. So if we don't start telling ourselves this truth, Professor Mills there nyame ne dey to farm. He was an example of unifying this country. Bringing that unity now at Cheno. Professor Mills, he was that example. No idea. And the Dr. Bawumia should take it easy because the submissions, no. Sometimes when you listen to us, he say he was cut for a specific responsibility. That one he excelled. All those things that were assigned to him, he excelled. All those lapses, I said no count and no count is one government. There's one government. That's one cousin. Oh, please, please. That's we may find the war near now. That's what Mrs. Oyede. Me na mo de ma me bia akwa pa ko fo me de me de no.
Obi a wanya ne de de anya.
O me de se de ba de ni nyina so me jitu. Now say mo de abeso to basa bisa. When it's about areas you've excelled.
Yes.
You go above sea level. When we hold you by some of the things that you have said, you bring in the mate analogy. Obi, you try mate any driver. 6 match. Near course a 65 or 66 or whatever years.
I think 68.
Now you gusu ye mate driver analysis. Near gusu eko bie KVI piano e omikurum. Near busi. Debbie. Yena ya this year never tram ponkoso no. Yena ne de yena nam from Ghana. Adishye no. I bet tram ponkoso no. Yena ne de obi yena nam from. It's because Bibia I one time. Because all of us we have fallen short of speaking the truth, saying it as it is, in humility and in respect. Decorum. The enemy say we Ghana and say obi peja anymore and obi pede down. Omanhene peja anymore or party we are na uko adwuma bi mu Ghana ha. Wo fa ase ne yire ne ma ni kunu nyina no ano mo HR department. Ghana adwuma. Ghana adwuma.
Okay, I'm told that this year is 67 years. 67 years since independence.
Are we not ashamed when these two political parties for 30 years after Yebai, but we have for 16 years.
Yes.
8 years.
Yeah, 8 should be. Yeah, it should 16.
8. Are we not ashamed?
Sir, NDC 1, NDC 2, 16 years.
Are we not ashamed?
MPP 1, MPP 2.
Look
16,
at the results.
Yeah.
So we would not fear now or Yadie and now we here do Ghana. That is where you feel the Ghana that we have lived in. So hospital. Now who say and you may be basic bini hospital. Now who say Adagea for Okra Yadie no something else. The challenges we have in this country. Oko utreche now Ghana phobia so abuapayom. I'm person mind collapsing. Buapayomo. That is the evil mindset of some of the people in this country. Not necessarily the opposition members.
We ordinary Ghanaians. Oh, economic and
combinable. Now Omaya, some CSOs no. They call them agenda setters. They create confusion in the system at whose expense and what do they get, Debbie. And now we have forgotten that they are in the whole world. No, we don't have two Ghanas. Guyana and Ghana. Guyana and Ghana. Only one Ghana.
Yeah.
So the levels at which we are going, and I will entreat the opposition. Obi. And I've said this over and over and over and over and over. The NDC should go back to the drawing board. Especially they should talk to their general secretary on your campaign. General secretary, my friend is NDC on your campaign. On your campaign. Every platform I've monitored him. He's not campaigning like the president, the flag bearer is doing, Insults.
But say be on a style.
What style? We are not going to encourage that style. And I'll urge the new interior minister and IGP, no, my peace council, all those people, we share under one forum. It's time to effect arrest. It's time. You must be some who are radio, TV, social media. It's time to effect arrest. As we count down to the election. Because the people who feel say, Omanhene the autopilot, maybe I need Juma. Election time, just be a self fatakurana. No, I bet you can bassa.
And some a bomb mine.
Yes, a bomb mine. Yes, you can cheer because of MPP, you can cheer because of NDC. Now, I gather momentum. That is how we have arrived at this place. And your man self fatakur, Casafidia, who don't you know, so, and all the space in Yano. It's as a result of I didn't buy in Chasuntem. Open radio. Political shows, they are not decent conversations as to how we can lift Ghana from A to B.
Yeah.
They are attack on personalities.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm still in shock, as a matter of fact. Still in shock. Of Akwabna Kwachi, the Eden and the man in the Busia. I many and software G.
Yeah, software G.
And a bishop.
Yeah.
You know. Sometimes it's difficult to believe saying I mean a day mine and on one I only erased that belief this Saturday a Pentecost as a form Mokokata Onyame enipasu konso na ankoye eyi ekoye in same can enipa kon kwaji any dinti esese e dia to Onyame so that was my takeout when I was monitoring it live on social media. Until God bless the Church of Pentecost.
It was a beautiful,
beautiful my chairman, how I don't know how you elect or appoint them. Unique in every word, unique. The Akososo Church Pentecost as a phone.
Amen.
And I now understand why a teacher was so formal we are teaching Ghana. Dark he would know. Duncan
Williams.
Almost all of them draw a certain power and respect
from the Church of Pentecost.
And they acknowledge the might of that church. And it is also to suggest to the Church of Pentecost that the hierarchy of the church. Said the nipa be a trusted be about 9 in Yam no Kwan and this chairman be exceptional. But this chairman is super exceptional.
1 in a million.
Yes, I'm you know, who Nipediano completely draw. So it's in fact or a case study for today in Komodo Duana from where have we come from and why are we here? Because said the ACT on Yamiasem na yedi o pepa epese nyame adwuma no ehun sunsanso ni mo ahode na kaza no I think we've missed out those things. But if I look at the Church of Pentecost chairman Nkwankeke, it should be enough for me to understand and to believe and to experience I serve and I've always served a living God. What is needed now? And he said ube hu nyame ye na do ho ato na usu ne oban ne one ye ne wanamonto ne kasa asanyame danso wo ena ya na areho said now there's too much you cannot separate the church from the world but some of us have taken a certain course and that course they say they will pursue law and not pursue science. So you need to excel in that course. But when you be a so as believers, we should stop and Church of Pentecost because more block everything political from the church. Anything that has got to do with unnecessary partisanship. Unnecessary. I bet you nyame fie emua acheto na muama nyoma ntimi enkoso ye nyame fie no assuring in their own way ayama say ni nyam no akaho in every political party is extremely comfortable dealing with the Church of Pentecost.
That's true.
It's a plus.
That's true.
All leaders at revered places, not necessarily church leaders. You would be wo ho a wo de to ho so a
or say
you have no
blocking
choice
sure
than to be a statesman.
Yeah.